What you all witnessed right here was a complete travesty of justice. For 1 whole year, not one person could make this man tap out or put him on the ground to count to 3. For 1 whole year, we played by your rules. We were the most honest people in NCW because I wanted to prove a point that the cold, hard truth could win the NCW Championship on his own merit with my guidance. But apparently, you don't have to play by the rules in NCW because Stephen Lust, who was not cleared, he was not medically cleared to step in this ring at WrestleFest, conveniently waited a good 20 minutes before he decides to interject himself into the match. We were accused of injuring Stephen Lust, which we had nothing to do with. Again, the only 2 honest people in this building. So at this time, I think Stephen Lust should walk out here and do exactly what he's used to doing, and that's handing over a title. What do you think, man?
Get out of the ring! Get out of the ring!
Keep your mouth shut, listeners!
Oh, yeah! Big John Chud! Just the Chud I wanted to see! You know, the both of you sound like a bunch of bitches out here complaining and crying about injustice! I got sucker punched by 2 Dirt City scumbag! You don't see me coming out here complaining!
We had absolutely nothing to do with that!
Injustice! You want to talk about an injustice?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
An injustice is having to pass over this heavyweight championship. An injustice is having to pass over every championship over something that shouldn't have happened to begin with. But if you want this championship, you're gonna have to pry it from my cold, dead hands.
You know something? That can be arranged.
Wait a second. Looks like we're kicking off the action here early. Stephen Lust said it very plainly, my cold, dead hands. Big Johnny Pierce looking to make that a reality. We've got a couple of referees, one lackadaisical and one with no authority, trying to stop what's going on in the ring here. Stephen Lust, they're just going to let this go. Wait a second. Here comes the locker room. You know, here I was getting used to the idea of letting them fight, but oh, wait a second! Johnny Pierce breaking away from the pack.
Simon Eddie, the whole locker room. Sometimes with these you don't see everybody. This is the whole entire locker room.
No surprises tonight except for the fact that Stephen Lust broke away from the pack.
Holy crap! What a way to kick off 2025, Simon Eddie.
We have got to get some kind of order here in the ring. This is not the way today was supposed to go.
Johnny Pierce breaking through.
There's like 30 bodies in there.
The thing is, everybody needs to be on Pierce.
Oh, wait a minute! Pierce is on his back!
Lust is on top, just throwing haymakers. We got to get him out of the ring.
I'm going to let all of you do that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not over here. This is expensive. We need order here at the Jacob Jones VFW.
Take it easy, man.
I think they just escorted Big Johnny Pierce out the back door. Stephen Lust just attacked by the actual perpetrators of the original attack. What the hell is going on? We haven't even begun the show. Welcome to NCW's 2025 season kickoff. I am Derek Simonetti, and doing double duty tonight, my color commentator, Derek Conway, doing ring announcing and sitting side by side with me as soon as he returns to the table. But right now, collar and elbow tie-up into the corner. The Louisiana prodigy, Brilan Johnson, against hard-working Barnaby Combs. A little bit of disrespect. Joining me now, my color commentator, Derek Conway.
Simonetti, that was the definition of a hot start, and hopefully this match can keep up that pace. I believe it will.
Another collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring. This time, Barnaby Combs. Oh, wait a minute, I spoke too soon. Wait a minute, I spoke soon again. Barnaby Combs backing Brilan Johnson into the corner.
Simonetti, I don't know if you've touched on it yet, but Barnaby Combs is by himself. At the end of 2024, he was left like this, all by himself.
And he is notoriously known as a tag team wrestler. Shoulder tackle moves nothing.
I wonder if we're going to see those tag team instincts come into play He reaches for the ropes, tries to go for a corner or something.
Flying shoulder tackle puts the Louisiana Prodigy on his back. Big clothesline. You know, like you said, after the end of last season, you got to wonder what's next for Barnaby Combs. A big win here tonight would certainly help his standings here in NCW.
100%, but if I was Barnaby Combs, what I would be trying to do is just find my feet as a singles competitor.
I'll tell you this right now, he's certainly doing an impressive job in the opening moments here.
Absolutely, but he can't tag out. How big is the tank of Barnaby Combs?
That's a good
because
question.
because it hasn't been tested as a singles competitor, so we don't know.
You're widely regarded as a tag team wrestler too. You know the convenience of being able to tag in and out.
100%, and that's something that, luckily for me, early on, I started as a singles that went to a team. So I know where my tank is. I know I have that resolve. I've only ever seen in the 3 to 5 years that I've known Barnaby in the tag world. So it's going to be very interesting in 2025 to see how the tank of Barnaby Combs goes.
Well, we'll give him a little bit of a credit. He took a hell of a drop kick from Brilan Johnson. Managed to kick out either on or before two.
I mean, Brilan Johnson is called a prodigy for a reason.
Yeah, we asked him what his nickname was, and then he said the Prodigy. You know. So. Anyway, Barnaby Combs firing from underneath. Big snapmare takeover. Brilan hits the ropes. Basement clothesline and a cover.
Brilan Johnson showing his strength there. Barnaby Combs isn't someone easily snapmareable. So Brilan Johnson showing his strength there, and he's slowing this match down. Barnaby Combs in a sleeper right now.
Oh, snap back right to the mat. Nonchalantly going for a cover. He gets two, but I feel like if he'd have taken it a little bit more seriously, it would have still been two, just a longer one.
Yeah, I think he's the arrogance of being called a prodigy is showing itself.
When you begin your career, never pick a name like the Chosen One or the Prodigy or the next big thing. Well, that one worked, but I mean, a little bit of a collision here. This ain't ballet.
Nope. Barnaby Combs tried to grab him there, but I think Brilan was fighting it there. And also, to your point, don't let somebody give you that name, like the Louisiana Prodigy or the Irish Prodigy. It never pans out. It feels like we're at square one again.
Brilan with the kick to the midsection, up and over, Jimmy Jam style cover. Kick out at two.
Try to get that Louisiana hot sauce there.
And that stuff is hot.
Good ring awareness by Brilan Johnson, trying to exhaust his opponent by going for that second cover.
Look at that. He went for some fast, closed-fisted punches. Technically, those are illegal, but they were moving so fast, referee wasn't going to be able to get a positive ID on whether or not it was an illegal hold or not.
But he did get a positive ID on those blatant chokes by Brilan Johnson.
Good ups for the referee not being intimidated by Brilan Johnson. Looking for the Irish whip. Barnaby Combs into the buckle. Brilan jaw-jacking, gets his jaw jacked. And a big clothesline. See, this is the part we didn't talk about. Does he have an extended tank? His age and his size would say no. However, he's got size and strength. All he has to do is hit you and you will slow down.
100%, but the thing is, it's like,
oh!
He hits some moves and it's good of him to go right into the next one and not wait for Aaron Cademia to come and hit him.
Wait a minute. Would you call him? Here's Aaron Cademia.
I have 4 eyes and barely saw that. Is he here for? Barnaby needs to keep his eyes on the prize. Not wrestling Aaron Cademia.
Oh, certainly not a friendly conversation happening here. Can't hear the details.
I don't know if we want to.
Barnaby's taking his eyes off the prize here. Barnaby has no idea Brilan Johnson is in. Wait! Big spine buster.
Spine to the pine.
That's it. Brilan Johnson picking up a hell of a singles win over a now single Barnaby Combs.
But you got to give it, you got to say that he may not have gotten that win if it wasn't from the assistance of Aaron Cademia.
The world may never know. More NCW action after this.
I'm the man. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, hard work, Barnaby Combs.
Hey, it's the nipple guy. Hey. Nipple guy, you know, the last time you saw him, you threw him out of the ring by his nipples. Wait, hey, something doesn't seem right here. Hang on one second. There we go. That's better. Shay. Listen, I just wanted to let you know that when the eventual day comes that Davey does finally turn his back on you again, Carnivore is gladly to add you to our numbers. Just think about it, Shay. Just think about it. That's all. Just think about it. Come on, let's go.
Hold on.
How you all feeling tonight? Now, come on, you can do better than that. How you all feeling tonight? If y'all want to watch me, my son, and my nephew smack the stupid out of these 3 clowns, give me one big yeah!
Absolutely not. No way.
We're pretty weird. This is gonna be everybody ready? Ring that bell!
6-man tag team action. between the Hoods, Davey, Cassius, and Shay, taking on Joey Warner, Danny Adam, and of course, Rustache.
I mean, Rustache and Danny Adam and the combination of Davey Cash and Cash Money, they're familiar with each other. They faced off many times before. But you add in the elements of, I don't know if I should say this, but debuting Joey Warner?
No. Joey Warner has wrestled here for NCW before, but I believe he was a Bristol exclusive.
Okay. But you add the heavy hitter Shay Cash in there, who just laid a heavy hit into Rustache.
Oh, and there'll be plenty more if I know the Hoods the way I know the Hoods. Irish whip. Oh, wait a second. Rustache. Oh, God.
He tried that crossbody and hit a brick wall.
He tried. Oh, there's one thing you don't want to do is piss off the Kodiak bear that is Shay Cash. There's the bell. Oh, my God. That's it. I think it's over.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me get the bell hammer. Not yet, but, you know, I thought...
Nobody said Rustache was smart.
How dare you duck out of the way of danger, Rustache. Big scoop and a slam. Oh, Danny Adam, big scoop and a slam. Joey Warner, have you not? Oh, okay.
Joey Warner just hit a brick wall, known as Shay Cash.
Didn't want to scoop him, didn't want to slam him. Rustache getting away from danger, tag into Joey Warner. Joey Warner, big kick to the midsection and an overhand forearm. Between, oh, here we go. Oh, God.
That wasn't a slap, that was a thud, Simon Eddy. And you know Joey Warner very, very well.
I do. Big! Oh, look at that, an arm drag from the wrestling machine, Davey Cash.
And he passed that on right to his son, who tags in. Double Irish whip.
Basement. Flip over Chancery. Drive by right to the face of Joey Warner. Cash Money 2. Not yet.
Joey Warner channeling the void, being able to kick out of that.
You know, Cash Money for his, I don't want to say inexperience, but I mean, he's only been wrestling for a short period of time. For his inexperience, he is certainly a formidable competitor.
I mean, it's a weird thing to say, because much in the vein of AJP, he's been around the business his whole life. He's been in the ring his whole life.
Oh,
and
Joey
another
Warner.
thud.
Irish whip across the buckle, and another big chop puts him on the canvas. They are taking turns slapping the darkness out of the leader of the void. Big Kodiak rolls him through. Basement kick, Cash Money, senton splash and a cover. 2.
Now, if you're Carnivore, is this what you want to see, or do you want to see some fight out of Joey Warner?
I think you want Joey Warner to take all the heavy hits and then tag in to take less heavy hits. But I don't know the Hoods. Gouging the eyes. Cash Money.
Discus clothesline sends Cash Money on his back, almost turns him inside out.
Joey Warner needs to pull Cash Money to the other side of town, keep him away from that tag. Look at insulting Davey and Shay.
And I don't know if this is maybe some inexperience on Joey Warner's end, but he's still on the wrong half of the ring.
Slightly in the wrong side of the tracks. But Joey Warner, front face Chancery, keeping Cash Money dead set in the middle. I see, what is Rustache? Wait a second, Rustache! Oh!
Double team!
Assisted DDT, but we have got a cover, and the referee, cover 2! Oh, that could have been 3, Conway.
I mean, TJ Richter is trying his best to show that he's not going to take anything from these wrestlers anymore. Whether he's going about that the right way or not has yet to be seen. But that was quite an exchange to get the team of Carnivora and Joey Warner back on the right side of this match.
And speaking of the sides of the tracks, they now have Cash in the danger zone.
Didn't have to take the highway, though.
Referee not completely distracted by an irate Davey Cash.
Well, which is a normal state for Davey.
For sure. Double back elbow. Rustache with a headbutt with the mustache. Cover, 2. Not yet. Rustache. This entire audience here in Dedham behind Cash Money.
Is this the right call, though? Is Cash Money the one you want to isolate?
Oh, God! Rustache just took his head off with a knee. But to answer your question, yes and no, because yes, you want to isolate the least experienced and arguably the smallest member of the team. Here's the problem, though. If he manages to get away from them and tag into a pissed off Shay or Davey, it's trouble time no matter who he tags.
That's true. And here's the thing that's not helping Carnivora. They're antagonizing Davey Cash and Shay Cash.
Yeah, they're not just winning the race, they're lapping, and it's really pissing off the opposition.
Danny Adam on top of Cash Money right now. Davey Cash doing his best to get the crowd behind his son. But Cash Money is firmly in the corner of Carnivora and Joey Warner.
Being triple teamed even behind the referee's back. Cash Money fighting back. Overhand slaps for everybody. Cash needs to make some space. He's got an opportunity.
He's got a whole ring of space right now.
He needs to make that tag with Rustache. Rustache. Wait a second. Cash saw him coming. Tag into Shay Cash. Danny Adam. Shay Cash. Oh, God. Shay Cash is not a happy boy. Shay Cash, Joey Warner into the buckle. Avalanche clothesline. Avalanche clothesline. He is run. You want to talk about a gas tank? Oh, he's going to get them both.
That's a diesel engine right there.
Spinning wheel kick to Joey Warner.
There was a bullseye right on the head of Joey Warner.
Rustache.
Cash.
Rustache pulls Davey out, sends him into the post. Shay Cash still the legal man.
Shay Cash just kind of watched that happen. Sends Rustache back out.
Enjoy the floor.
Thank you for coming in and then leaving.
Danny, look at Jesus Christ. The danger. Oh! He just backhanded. Spinning back fist to the brainstem of Cash Money.
Back fist and sent him to the future. Who knows when Cash Money will wake up.
Shay Cash running forearm from Danny Adam. I think, spinning back.
That was a spinning high kick by Joey Warner.
Shay Cash being absolutely taken advantage of. Tandem offense, cover 2. That's it. I mean, hell of a win for Carnivora and Joey Warner. They took a hell of a beating, but one mistake from the other team.
It was just a lasagna of mistakes, Simonetti.
A snowball effect, a domino effect, a butterfly effect.
We'll keep adding those.
Shay is mad right now.
As he should be.
He just gave a little shove to the Cashes.
I mean, it was a complete accident, for Christ's sakes. But
Shay's walking away by himself.
It was the mistake that caused the downfall here.
100%.
I don't know what to think of this, but more on this story as it comes. More NCW.
For one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. Let's go! Come on!
What the hell was that? Carlos V was making his way to the ring for his match with Dick Lane, gets blasted by Big Johnny Pierce. Oh, Dick Lane! Referee making it an executive decision. It is now Johnny Pierce versus Dick Lane.
Simon, and before I got out of that ring, the only thing I said to Dick Lane was be fucking careful.
Well, you of all people should know. Look at this! Lucha style weave through into crossface. Usually he applies a cravat, but he doesn't have the chance for the finesse.
You know, earlier tonight,
Off the ropes, dropped down by Johnny Pierce. Striker pose with Dick Lane.
don't fall for it.
Well, hey, at
for
least
it.
he elbowed the bandana, you know?
Hey, well, earlier tonight, Castro and Pierce showed me a sign of respect, so I'm going to show it back. But again, like you said, I've been in the ring with these two in a hardcore match, by the way, a Bristol
Big
street
boot.
fight. I had to make sure a good friend Dick Lane was careful.
That was basically an exposed buckle.
Yes, it was. I don't think so. You're fine.
Johnny Pierce.
Choking Dick Lane on the ropes.
Dick Lane rocked by an exposed buckle and then a big boot, now being choked, well, was being choked on the ropes.
Carlos V has not moved.
I mean, he got absolutely destroyed. Sidewalk slam!
Simonetti, when you hit that mat, you go through it. That's how much force Johnny Pierce uses.
And I know we say this a lot, that is no trampoline.
No.
That is wood, that is steel, that is a thin layer of carpet padding. And that is a metal buckle
With a little bit of a cushion.
with a little bit of carpet padding. Oh, look at this!
Now doing push-ups on the back before hitting a splash.
A unique baby splash. Cover, 2.
But Dick Lane isn't going to go out that easy.
Dick Lane is one of the most resilient men. He has time traveled so much to the point that his hair cannot maintain color.
I don't know if it has a color anymore. It's just gray.
Shut up! Kevin Castro in his little newsboy hat asking us to ring the bell. You're not a referee anymore.
Dick
Big
Lane tried to
clothesline.
build momentum, but got knocked off by Johnny Pierce with a vicious clothesline, Simonetti.
You know, you can't argue the fact that Johnny Pierce, I would argue to say Johnny Pierce, if the way WrestleFest went down differently, we could be looking at the NCW Heavyweight Champion.
You could argue we should be looking at the NCW champion.
I think that'd be a fair argument too.
And that was the gripe at the beginning of the show. They should have been NCW champion, but to them, Stephen Luss stuck his nose where it didn't belong.
Johnny Pierce was looking for the death blow in the corner and winds up shouldering that exposed metal post.
That might be the opening that Dick Lane needs. Johnny Pierce trying to
Reset the shoulder.
Yeah. Chin breaker by Dick Lane.
Dick Lane.
Staggers Pierce.
Dick Lane is pumping up. You got to understand, Dick Lane has been gone from NCW. This audience isn't too familiar with Dick Lane like the audiences before.
No, but he is a tried and true NCW diehard, and it shouldn't take that much for the crowd to get behind him.
Up and over, Dick Lane, rope assisted Enziguri to the back of the head.
Though he does have a new look.
He does. He's reached his John Davis era, and now he is going. He hits it. Cover 2. He hit the anti-life equation. Wasn't able to put him away. Has put away many superstars with that maneuver. Dick Lane motioning for the choke slam with the force behind him, the energy of anyone here in Dedham. He's got him hooked. Oh. Dick Lane, not enough. Big double axe. Dick Lane might be going for a ride. Dick Lane slips it, hooks him, hooks him.
That's the bad arm, that's the bad arm.
He's trying, could be looking for that cravat, crossface, step one, step two, locked in.
Is he going to make Johnny Pierce tap?
He could tap out Big Johnny Pierce.
I hate to say this, but that would be a huge W.
Wait a minute, rolls back cover, two. Kick out at two, Johnny Pierce had a, oh!
Big spear.
He just cut him in half.
You got this, Johnny.
Boot to the midsection.
What's he going for here?
Oh, what is he thinking? Is he thinking power bomb? Jackknife power bomb from the cold hard truth. It is academic. Johnny Pierce winning this impromptu match, supposed to be Carlos V.
I mean, you can make the case that's a 2-for-1. That's Carlos V and Dick Lane, though the record books will only say Dick Lane.
And I'm willing to believe that we still have not seen the end of the cold hard truth here tonight in Dedham.
I'd be shocked if it was.
You don't need to do it, though. You proved your point, but I'll leave it up to you. I'll leave it up to you.
What's Castro saying? Is he? Oh no, he's not done.
They're trying to make a statement here. Wait, hold on. Peter Girardi, good friend of Dick Lane.
Good friend of Dick Lane, local wrestler here visiting. Johnny
Coming
Pierce,
to the aid of Dick Lane.
Johnny Pierce seeing someone kind of his own size, electing not to get in there. Got to give it up for Peter for seeing a bad situation and keeping it from getting worse. But nevertheless, your winner tonight, the cold hard truth, Johnny Pierce. More NCW as we continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Insane Dick Lane. before we get to 2025, I have to talk about 2024 for a quick second. Now, first of all, 2024 was a good year for the Ryan Giant Connection. As a matter of fact, we were named NCW Tag Team of the Year! And now, I know JC Marks and the lovely NCW office put together some nice little awards for us. I got a nice stack of them back home. But I felt like something more was deserved, Rob. We had some little issues at the end of last year, some miscommunication with the elimination tag match. I know, that's what I'm getting to. But over the off season, I thought about it, and I mean, come on. 2024 was such a good year. Why would we not want to build on that, right? But I felt bad anyway, so I admit, I got you a little something. You see, when you have a tag team partner the stature of Rob the Giant Arujo, those measly little awards don't cut it. So I want to present you with a giant-sized NCW Tag Team of the Year award. Let's get this. Look at that. Look at that. Thanks, partner. Over here.
I don't know where to put that though. I got no room.
No, the wife will say no to that. Bedroom? Definitely yes.
Who loses is brave.
Oh, we still gotta wrestle.
Oh yeah, we got to defend. We got to defend the Arujo. And their challengers.
Future Shock is here to shock the world, and we're just beginning. We're here to shake the game up, and we're gonna shake it like a crying toddler. Now shock me, boys!
Their challengers representing Future Shock, Brett Metro, and Jay Tunas.
Back to the Future calls. It ain't time for a remake, baby. That's a good shape though, you know?
What do you think? You can do
Oh, wait a minute. This match hasn't even begun. We are in a shoving match. Whoa! We need 2 in, 2 out. Kellen just took a spill to the floor after being shoved by, I believe, Brett Metro. What did he blow? What happened? I can't see. Did he blow his knee out?
That's a forfeit. JC, it's a forfeit, isn't it? That's not a move.
Kellen can't put any weight on his leg. Hell of a way to start 2025. You win the 2024 Tag Team of the Year, and then you defend the championships in a 1-on-2 situation if Kellen can't get up.
Coming in the middle part, I was jumping down. I felt something.
make a decision what's going on here. Kellen can't put any weight on that knee. I mean, there's a possibility when Brett Metro shoved him out to the floor, he might have blown the knee out. Are we canceling? What are we doing?
Hey!
Goodbye.
Robbie! Robbie! You have a match!
And that's not Justin Judas anyways.
Hell no, that's the little.
Hey!
Tag team of the year.
Let's get here! Defend his title! It's forfeit! Come on!
Robbie, you don't get in there.
Come on! Hey! Tell them! Tell them! Tell them!
Kellen! Ducks fly! We ain't forfeiting! I'll do this myself, baby!
You do this?
Hell yeah! Let's go!
We've got a handicap tag team championship match. Robbie the Giant going it alone against Brett Metro and Jay Tunis. Listen, I know it's 2-on-1, but Robbie, despite his size, has the experience. Well, hey, a little head never hurt nobody here in Dedham. Robbie the Giant going it alone against Future Shock. Somewhere out here on the floor, in the corner is Rain Conway, the third member. Robbie the Giant, once again, Robbie the Giant has scaled large hurdles in his time, but right now he is single-handedly defending the tag team championships on behalf of his team against two men, and the third on the floor. Wait a minute, I was just about to say it.
Dylan Rager, I think his name is. But
I thought his name was Rain Conway. What the hell?
I don't. It might. He's not related, by the way. Kellen Thomas is being checked out by the doctors right now. He's saying when he got pushed out, he heard something pop or break or something.
That's what I was thinking. He got bopped off the apron, and you know how easy it is to blow an MCL, ACL, whatever the hell's in your knee.
Ladies and gentlemen, for you, those of you watching at home, we don't have any pads outside the ring. It is a straight hardwood floor. So you take a bad bump, you're not prepared for it. You can twist an ankle, break an ankle. Like Simon Eddy was saying, ACL, MCL, ECL, anything.
Tuck the clothesline.
Ripcord forearm by Robbie. Ducks another clothesline.
Still has wrist control, spins him out, sends him into his own partner. Cover for Robbie. Big clothesline from Jay Tunis.
Kellen Thomas is trying to see if he can come back out here and help Robbie in any way. I don't know, Simon Eddy.
This is a rock and a hard place situation. Like I said, I have seen Robbie come back from more. I really have.
The one thing that was being communicated between the two was ducks fly. It was almost like a war cry from these two.
Yeah, from 1992.
But it got Robbie going, and that's why we're in the predicament we're in.
Robbie never says die. And here's the thing.
It's not in his vocabulary.
You could argue that Robbie and Kellen have had a lackadaisical approach because they're so goddamn defective.
I mean,
but to come in here thinking you're going to do a 2-on-2 with titles on the line, you got to imagine these Future Shock boys have, since the match was announced, has been sitting down, strategizing, trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out how to bring home those tag team championships. And now, Robbie's out there by himself.
And because of that, they can't throw the strategy out the window. They can't get ahead of themselves. Just because it's a 2-on-1 doesn't mean it's going to be a walk in the park for Future Shock.
No, not at all. The experience, here's the thing. Despite his size, Robbie has the experience of all three of these men like 3-4 times over.
I was going to say, yeah. Robbie the Giant knows any way and every way to win. We've seen him pull out wins from bigger guys.
He's been the heavyweight champion here in NCW.
And not for a short while either.
Pardon the pun. Metro off the buckle, big charging clothesline.
Earlier in the night, we were talking about Barnaby Combs and his tank because we weren't sure how he was as a singles competitor. But we know how Robbie the Giant is as a singles competitor. We know his tank. There's no worries here. He just has to climb the mountain that is proposed in front of him, and he's done it before many times over. Brett Metro currently working Robbie the Giant over. He's dragging him over. Now tagging in Jay Tunis. This is a big moment for Future Shock. And I hate to say it, they could shock NCW and have a fantastic start to their 2025 by picking up the NCW tag titles.
Might get it with that double DDT cover. You can tell Jay Tunis didn't think that was a 2.
He's not going to get any sympathy from TJ Richter. What's he do from here? These guys are less than 3 years in, if that, Simon.
Oh, I thought you were asking what TJ Richter was going to be doing. I was going to say picking his ass, not paying attention to something.
This is a new experience for Future Shock. I'm wondering how they'll handle it the longer this match progresses.
They can't let being on the upper hand for as long as they have been in this match turn them around to do the wrong thing. Charges in, up and over, almost into the chandelier. Forearm. Robbie lifting knees into the mouth. Brett Metro
struggling.
God damn it, from the outside. Mushroom stomp.
This is where Robbie the Giant would look for a tag, but this is where he has to muster up some energy, muster up the gas so that he can continue this momentum.
Wait a minute, Ryan Kellen Thomas.
On half a foot, on 1.5 foot.
Kellen Thomas limping out here.
He's in the ring though.
Look at his foot. His left foot is wrapped, ducked to close. He cannot get any momentum. Wait a minute.
Why Jay. Oh! My God!
Was that a mistake? That wasn't a mistake.
Nope. That was a shout of glee out of Riot Kellen Thomas. And this room has gone quiet.
Robbie on Dream Street. What's he? Another one! I knew that son of a bitch had it in him. I've been saying it all along. Kellen Thomas's act is a facade.
And the crowd is hushed. They don't know what's happening.
They don't know how to handle this. Robbie the Giant and Kellen Thomas have been two of the most loved professional wrestlers. What is he doing?
No.
Gut-style tombstone.
Robbie might be injured.
Jay Tunis. He needs to realize. Cover. You're kidding. I can't believe, you know what, I'm a liar. I can believe it. I know exactly how much of a prick Kellen Thomas really is.
I mean, Simon Eddie, you know better than almost anybody.
I've had to sit here and pretend that he's not a piece of shit for over 2 years now.
Future Shock better get out before their fortunes change.
I was going to say, I don't think they have anything to worry about from Kellen Thomas. He's too busy, I don't know, destroying a lifelong friendship.
Riot Kellen Thomas.
close-fisted punch to the eyebrow.
Some kind of sideshow attraction! I am not anybody's second fiddle! I am one of the greatest NCW!
A chorus of boos filling the room. Now just applying pressure to the back of the neck of Robbie the Giant.
What the hell is he thinking?
Uh-oh. What is that?
It was a setup from the beginning.
Robbie said that sign was heavy. He said the sign was heavy.
Do you know how many of these
Ooh.
I have, Robbie? I don't, because there's too damn many to count. I've been done it. I have done it.
Riot Kellen Thomas saying he has too many awards to count. He is one of the highest decorated wrestlers in NCW history, Simon Eddie.
He's showing his true colors, Derek. I told you this all along. Robbie up on the shoulders. Valley driver. I don't know what that sign is made out of, but it certainly wasn't fun to land on.
That was a coming to Jesus moment for Riot Kellen Thomas. The burden that was relieved from that.
I don't know.
Must be Deadpool. Just amazing healing powers. You ever feel like a weight has just been lifted off your shoulders, people?
While we get this taken care of, please visit the merchandise stand. Get your pizza, get your hoodie. But please make way towards the curtain so we can get Robbie out here, okay?
This is on you now.
Okay. All right, please join in commentary, everybody.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Jason's gonna send that right to her tomorrow. went right through a table. Remember that? I bet you still feel it too, though. That
Still hurt? We are off hot. I don't even have quick time. Cletus is joining me, and you have a major history with the Decapitator ZPB.
Yeah, I do. I beat him right there. I put him through a table covered in Legos. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. Did it in front of my whole family.
Wow. How big is that?
1, 2, at least a number.
Okay.
At least a number that I definitely can't count to.
That's fair. Dr. Reginald Heresy leading them into ZPB's gut. Have you ever stepped in the ring with Dr. Reginald Heresy?
I have not been his opponent, but I have tagged with him.
Okay.
With him and the Mighty Boss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
ZPB walking into 2025 with a new facial hair combination, but gets his chin rocked by the good doctor.
He had a perfect target on his chin for his head.
It's an empty hair. There's no hair there. It's no cushion.
It's literally a target.
Has your aim kept up your time away?
What else would I have to do while I'm gone?
Shooting beer cans. That's what I assumed.
Exactly.
Okay. How are you feeling, by the way?
I'm still hurt.
Okay.
I will be back.
At an undisclosed number?
Yeah. Okay. That's where I'm at right now.
ZPB ringing the arm of Dr. Heresy and now slamming it onto that turnbuckle. That is pure metal, not the fingers.
Not the fingers. Come on now.
Trying to break the fingers of the good doctor. Luckily, I think. Oh! The doctor may be able to fix it himself. At least he knows how much time it would be to fix.
That's true. He probably has already estimated in his head the recovery time.
ZPB ringing the arm. The doctor having a watch and a forearm contraption. I don't know what it is. I don't think he went to medical school.
No, I did not. It is definitely some kind of strap around his arm.
Doctor fighting back with forearms.
Well, who knows? Looks like he came right out of the hospital, so he might escape from work.
He took off his shoes and put on his scrubs. I meant wrestling boots.
Yep.
Sorry, Cletus.
I caught that one too.
I think I took a few many sips of your moonshine.
If you took any sip of that, you wouldn't be standing right now.
ZPB shot right to the chrome of the good doctor. Fires one back. Is ZPB someone you want to go blow for blow with? Shot for shot?
Me personally, yes, because I win.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know about Doc. He's a little bit of an older guy. He is strong. I've seen that man lift people that he could not lift. That arm's getting hurt bad.
It looks like he's right back in the turnbuckle, wrenching on that hand, on that wrist, on that forearm.
He's definitely going after whatever that band is.
Sorry for
that arm specifically.
Sorry for the pun, Cletus, but ZPB, up until that moment where the doctor moved, was being surgical with how he was attacking the good doctor.
That is a good one. I don't know if Doc Heresy is a surgeon though, so your pun might be a bit off.
He might be general medical. I don't know what that's called.
I gotta ask him something. I never asked. Oh, he's going up.
ZPB
Doesn't go to the high-rent district often, but when he does it, it's devastating. But this time, it was costly.
Oh, that feels nice because during our match, he did the same thing to me. So I'm happy to see that.
The good doctor checking on the arm. That has been worked on all night. Big clothesline. One more.
Come on, come on, come on. Oh!
Russian leg sweep.
Come on now. 1, 2.
Doc Heresy seeming frustrated, wanting to get ZPP taken care of very quickly.
I'm frustrated too. I want to see it go away.
Looking for that driver. Reverse DDT.
Let's go.
Wasn't enough though.
He kicked out of that?
He did. ZPP, as you know, it took you, no offense to you, it took you a table combined with Legos to put the man away. He's not someone you can put down lightly.
That is true, but on the other hand, I had a broken leg at the time.
You did.
I did.
Which speaks more to you than it does him.
It does.
ZPP.
Oh!
Quick work.
Smooth for the old guy. Let's go.
And that's it.
That's 3.
ZPP got caught. A little trickery by the doctor.
That's 2 in a row right there.
Gentlemen, your winner, the good doctor, Dr. Heresy.
I love to see that. I love to see that.
That's got to be a great feeling for you.
Oh, yeah. That's 2 L's in a row for him.
Oh!
Hey, hey, hey!
After the match, though, ZPP doing what he does best in decapitating the good doctor.
He lost. It's time to leave.
It looks like he's doing that now. Doc Heresy left behind. That hand being worked over by ZPP showing the effects. ZPP gone, but the doctor getting on his feet. Here comes the handyman, Jake Craig, helping the good doctor out of the ring. These two have been paired at the hip, and that's good for Jake Craig.
It is.
Because Doc Heresy is someone you're going to want to learn from. But we have more action coming up next. More NCW action on the way.
It's 2025, it's a new year, it's a new season here in NCW, but there's one thing that's the same, and that's that bullies keep on running NCW. What Future Shock and Kellen did to Robbie the Giant earlier tonight was downright disgraceful. And not only that, what Zach did to my mentor, Doc Heresy, I'm tired. I'm tired of it. The handyman's here in NCW for one reason, and that's to fix it. So Zach, I'm so upset. I don't know what to say. No! Oh. Oh. I don't know what to say. You fool! You don't need words. Oh. Handyman, candy, jump. If you want to start somewhere, start with ZPP.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. It is for the NCW Women's Championship.
a bite of this.
Oh, I'll get my hands.
Okay. I know you're right. Everybody ready? Ring that bell!
Ladies and gentlemen, your second title match of the night for the NCW Women's Championship. Delilah Hayden defending her title in a fatal four-way. Salem Spike making her presence known. Isana here, Nikki Valentine, and Delilah Hayden all powdering in. I am joined by Kate, excuse me, but she is not putting on the headset, and that's probably because of Cletus, which is understandable, right, 100%, who was slated to be in this match, but sustained an injury to her hand and had to pull out. Speedy recovery. But now, they are very lucky she is not in the match. Salem Spike and Isana standing off. Nikki Valentine watching. Delilah letting things unfold, which is a smart strategy, as she only needs to... Ooh! That was a combination shoulder block trip by Isana and Delilah, taking out Salem. But now, Isana and Delilah have a storied history, and they are trading forearms. Kick to the gut, but Selena Hecate with her good arm, tripping and pulling out Delilah Hayden, and is now eating a post. That was very quick done, and now Selena is holding on to the title, keeping it okay. Nikki Valentine in the ring with Isana, getting up the crowd. Here she comes. Oh, she put the headset in. Double knees right into the turnbuckle. Isana sent out. Nikki waiting for Isana to move, but she doesn't see Salem behind her. And now she does. Ducks the line. Back elbow by Salem. Knocks Delilah off the count of the apron. Going for a pin. One count. Selena, what are your thoughts? Who do you want to win, or do you not even care?
Honestly, I'm just upset I'm not in it. I mean, these girls are very fortunate that I'm out injured for the next few shows. But it's any woman's game right now, and they all really want it. But Delilah, she's not to be underestimated.
No, and she's been underestimated her whole NCW career. Stroke right into the armbar, but Isana might be too forward. Roll up, using the momentum of the armbar, but Delilah holding it. But here comes Salem Spike, disrupting the bite of 87, maybe sending this match to an ending. Spike down, and here we go. And Nikki Valentine breaking it up at the last second.
Nikki did come very close at WrestleFest.
Now, you are very familiar with Nikki Valentine and Kelly Brooks, but now you have, if you don't mind me saying, kick them to the curb.
I have.
You are doing this by yourself.
Yep.
Did you learn anything from Nikki Valentine?
Honestly, no. Amber taught me everything I know. She was just collateral for us.
Have you kept up with Amber at all? Have you talked to her?
I have not, because you know what? What's happening?
TJ Richter doing what he does. He is a very upset man. He is just...
He's not a woman.
No, but he is a pain in the ass. He has taken this... Delilah cannot hit a ref. She would be DQ'd. But now, strapping on... He's got the submission locked in. Tapping out is Salem Spike. There is nothing TJ Richter can do there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still NCW Women's Champion, the Alley Cat, Delilah Hayden.
even though Selena has taken off the headset, I will say it looks like we are going headfirst into a match between these two. Once Selena has recovered, it's inevitable that these two will face, and it will be what seems to be a bloodbath. These two do not like each other. But ladies and gentlemen, we have more NCW action on the way.
Sent to the opposite corner. Diamond charges in, and again levels him with the clothesline. This didn't work before. Will it work now?
He plants Diego.
Second time is the charm, and wait a minute, we have some somebody get security out here.
This Max man, he's been seen before. He's attacked Nick Diamond before.
Wait a minute, come on. What is going on here?
But Nick Diamond stops him this time. Diamond cutter, Diamond factor.
Who are you? Nick Diamond yelling, who are you?
But we don't know. Craig Collier.
Oh, Diego just got that thumb right in the eye. Turns him over. Unprettier by Poppy Guapo. Referee didn't see the eye gouge. 2, 3.
The masked man who's been plaguing Nick Diamond costs him yet again. Big win, though, for Diego out.
Not only did you cost me the New England Championship, what? But now you cost me my undefeated streak at WrestleFest. It's time to find out just who the hell you are, you piece of trash.
Whoever this man is,
we're about to find
he's
out.
going to be arrested. He's going to be thrown in jail. He can't. That's John Steele.
What is that? Wait.
He won the Off-Speaker Cup.
Adley. Look at who.
No. No.
Wait. Dallas McCarthy has made his return to NCW.
Nick Diamond, the League of Excellence. Dallas McCarthy, he was so distracted.
He got rid of the virus. That was Dallas McCarthy, only for his nightmare to return. John Steele and Dallas McCarthy are laying into Nick Diamond.
I can't believe this. Dallas McCarthy has returned.
He hasn't been seen all year.
And he definitely has revenge. Oh, it was a payoff.
Of course it was. Dallas McCarthy very deep in the pockets, laying in the stomps.
All the way from the West Coast, he paid.
Baby, the one and only Hot Faker top holder. That's
Mike, can we get a new ref?
Simonetti, welcome back. I'm surprised you didn't run out here when Selena Hicate was sitting here.
You know, there was pizza to be eaten, and besides, I'm in a relationship now. Anyway,
we have the Ox Baker Cup holder, John Steele, taking on flawless Nick Diamond.
You want to talk about I want to say up and coming. I know Diamond's been here for quite some time, but you know, he's finally hitting his stride, and John Steele in the best shape of his career, and he has an opportunity at any time that he wants to cash in that Ox Baker Cup.
To your point, John Steele is a complete unknown. He wasn't in the running for the Ox Baker Cup coming into last year, and look at him now. He's made a direct and quick impact in NCW, and is, like you said, he can take a shot at any title at any time he wants and cash in the Ox Baker Cup. But he has to keep defending it if it's on the line, which it is not right now.
Collar and elbow tie-up. Nick Diamond taking control. Now, he may be he being John Steele, pronouns, pal. He might be a general unknown to NCW as far as the rankings and the usual rank and file here, but you're talking about a guy been in the business almost a decade at this point, and an innovative wrestler if I've ever seen him.
I haven't seen much of John Steele, but I'm excited that he is here. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table and what he can do with Nick Diamond.
The man is a chameleon. I booked him for the Proving Ground, and I was like, I'm happy to have you. And he's like, this is like my 4th appearance. And I'm like, oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm the only one who does the booking.
But to your point, and this is a sincere question, is he finally making a presence known? Because the way you kind of talk about him, it almost feels like he's the type of wrestler or personality that he's always there, but you never know he's there.
Well, here's the thing. His biggest moments in wrestling took place at the XWA Event Center for XWA proper for all those Thursday nights over the course of the last long period of time. But now that that company is, I don't know necessarily gone, but no longer running shows in the area, it's almost as if all of that history evaporated.
Right. So he's starting from square one, if you will.
He calls himself the Lost Cause. I don't know if that's a projection or not. Up and over the drop down, Nick Diamond. Up and over the leapfrog, hip toss, up and down.
You say projection, but could you also make the case that he's owning it? He's incorporating it. Monkey flip by Nick Diamond.
You want to talk about a monkey flip from out of any angle? Nick Diamond just gave it to us. Nick Diamond charges in, avoids disaster. John Steele face first on the edge of the ring.
Now, Nick Diamond we've seen get scrappy, if you will, on the outside, especially with his feud with Stephen Lust in the League of Excellence. But if you just look at John Steele, you expect him to be just as, if not more, scrappy on the outside.
He is a street fighter, okay? He's the kind of guy, he walked into this match with 6 days of growth on his face, okay? Didn't clean up nothing. Said, I'm going in there, come as you are, fight, win. And right now, he's in the driver's seat.
I think, I know we keep harping on it, but it's such a great point. He is such a complete unknown, and having the Ox Baker Cup just adds to that aura because you don't know what his next move is going to be or what it could be, because it can come out of anywhere. Right, exactly. But he has the opportunity to take his time in the ring and make the NCW fan base aware of just who John Steele is. Choking the life out of Nick Diamond, he is doing. Kick to the gut, shot to the head.
Nice speedy kick and a close-fisted shot, fast enough to get it past the... Oh!
Hard buckle. TJ Richter isn't going to call a closed fist anyways, especially for John Steele or anybody that TJ Richter might have some agreement with. We just saw him do his best in the women's championship match to try to have Delilah Hayden not walk out as champion. But luckily for Delilah Hayden, and luckily for all these fans, he wasn't able to, as Delilah got the submission victory. But John Steele just eats an elbow from Nick Diamond, and now a Hurricane Rana.
And that, you want to talk about snug with 2 G's. Oh good, TJ Richter came to work today.
What was I just talking about? This is ridiculous.
Standing Enziguri. He could have knocked him out.
Slightly fast count out of TJ Richter.
He might have just kicked out on instinct at that point.
I mean, when you know your ref is shady like TJ Richter, you kind of have to. You got to put everything in every kick out, excuse me. Tight grasp on the sleeper by John Steele. Nick Diamond looking for anything and everything to get out of this. He's starting to work his way up. Turns in, relieving the pressure. Shot to the gut. One more. Third time's the charm. Fourth. Wind up. Gets caught. Uranagi. Pinfall.
2. I got to give Nick Diamond a lot of credit. There was points in the last 2 years where he could have easily been your #1 contender, hell, maybe even become a champion. Opening the season with a challenge like John Steele is going to show you what kind of a man 2025 Nick Diamond happens to be.
But whoever comes out of this, whether it be the Oxbaker Cup holder and John Steele or flawless Nick Diamond, it's a great way to start 2025 because it is going to be a hard-fought victory. And John Steele is trying to build on the momentum of the end of last year, while Nick Diamond may be looking for a win here to eventually challenge John Steele for that Oxbaker Cup.
I mean, you're right. We could be looking at a preview of a future timeline in which we have not experienced yet.
John Steele pulling back those arms, trying to snap the shoulders, trying to break the shoulder blades, do something to Nick Diamond, who is fighting with everything he can. Changing the pattern, changing it, momentum shifting.
Getting pressure off those shoulder blades, kick to the midsection.
Forearm right to the temple.
You gotta wonder, are those illegal elbow pads? Those sequins could cut a forehead easily. Knife edge shot from the Lost Cause.
Ooh!
Overhand Chapata.
Irish whip.
Diamond ducks the clothesline off the ropes. Flying clothesline of his own. Flying back elbow.
Weave through.
Neck breaker. I don't know if he got all of it, but he got enough of it. John Steele in peril. Off the ropes. Bulldog face crusher to the center of the canvas.
He may not have gotten all of it, but it was a rough landing for John Steele. And TJ Richter's back hurts.
That old prick.
And even with all the showboating, it still took 5 seconds for John Steele to kick out.
TJ Prichter, as he is now known.
100%.
Real slow on the giddy up. John Steele right behind Nick Diamond. Oh my God!
That was as you said, a street fight punch.
That was precision personified. Up on the shoulders, walking him around like a toy. But Nick Diamond fighting back. Looking for jumping, standing DDT right on the forehead of John Steele.
And I don't...
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, flawless Nick Diamond. Let me tell you something. No amount of being an old douchebag counting real slow is going to stop a DDT from closing a match like this.
Great win for Nick Diamond against your Ox Baker Cup holder. The lost cause.
I think we're going to see. I think we're going to run this back with the cup on the line, but that remains to be seen. Big win for Nick Diamond here on NCW's 2025 season kickoff.
Give me that!
Get fired!
Are y'all ready to party? eliminate one. Throw your hands if you want to see Aaron get smacked.
What?
You see, back when Mark Wahlberg was Marky Mark, if Aaron didn't have his teddy bear, he'd be too scared to sleep when it's horribly dark.
What?
And you should have seen the tears flowing out of Aaron's eyes like a fountain. Last year, when he went to Disney World and found out he was too short to ride Space Mountain. And Aaron, there's something about you that just ain't right. You're like a gremlin who I can't feed after midnight. Man, I'm done with this dude. Dedham, I want to hear y'all shout it out. When I say whose house, y'all say whose house? Whose house? Yeah, baby, that's right.
NCW! I told you already! I'm done playing games! No rapping, no fun! Strictly!
Alright. He said no rapping. What about a dance-off?
No! No! No!
Dance-off?
But you go first! Hey! Hit the music!
All right, and we are started.
That is the official start of the match. Attempting to violate the rules of dance, Aaron Cademia.
I'm always shocked there's rules to dance.
There's rules to everything. Variation on the Blue Thunder Bomb there.
Do the word! Got it with me now!
Looks like he was going for the worm, but Aaron Cademia slipped the hook.
I would like to say that Aaron Cademia has a new attitude about him, but he's still the same overly sugared Aaron Cademia that we all know and tolerate.
When he came to the ring, I noticed his vest. I thought it was just falling apart. No, he had put an X in black tape on the back of his vest, signifying, I imagine, the end of the hard work heroes.
I don't know if he needed his vest to say that, because, quick reminder, he came out during Barnaby Combs' match in our opening contest and cost Barnaby the match. So Aaron Cademia is so far removed from teaming with Barnaby Combs that he's gone to the other side of the spectrum and he wants to beat the crap out of Barnaby Combs.
Yeah, but you got to imagine, like, you know, where is Aaron's focus? Because like you said, you know, he was out here earlier to mess with Barnaby Combs, but he's got a New England Championship match here. Like, I would think concentrate on that more, but...
You know, you're 100% right, Simon 80, but at the same time, like, Aaron's going to do what he thinks is best, and he's kind of flying solo because there's also no one from the Alliance of Violence, no one guiding him. He's kind of flying by the seat of his pants.
There is no Alliance of Violence.
Not anymore.
It was a pyramid scheme put together by a false god. but Aaron Cademia cashed in any opportunity that he may have had as a result of being a part of that team to get this New England Championship match. Attempted knife edge chop at the bar. Cory Michael firing back.
And I don't know, the rep, Doc getting one in, getting 12 in, and now it's just Chuck E. Cheese at Aaron Cademia as kids just come over to hit him with everything and anything.
See, this is what happens when your entire family buys tickets. Look at all those yellow shirts. Don't these kids know that yellow makes you look sick? Sent him head first into the buckle. Aaron Cademia trying to regain the upper hand.
He's not much taller than the kids that hit him.
Unfortunately, with all the red and yellow shirts out here in the audience, I think he's outnumbered by like 30 to 1.
Blatant choke by Aaron Cademia. Slowing this match down, but it's the same with Barnaby Combs to some degree. You don't know what to expect move-wise out of Aaron Cademia because he's been attacked for so long.
Yeah, once again, it's a conversation we had at the beginning of the night. You're right.
So this is going to be almost like a coming out party for Aaron Cademia.
How do you prepare for someone who you only see in tags?
Right. And unfortunately for Aaron Cademia, you can argue that most of the time in those tag matches, he was getting the snot beaten out of him to make the tag to Barnaby Combs. Fighting back is Old School Cool. Back elbow rocks Cademia.
I mean, it looks like Cory is also on Dream Street, but he's still managing, impulse or not, to put those boots up.
But
rolls
that's
out of the way.
That's the veteran instinct of Cory Michael. Flapjack.
Big old flapjack. Oh, put a little syrup on it there at the end.
Topped it off.
With the side kick. Looks like he could be up in the fireman's carry position. What could we see? Oh, wait a minute. That's what we see. The referee just went down.
An airplane spin takes out the referee inconsequently, but there's a fireman's carry. Death Valley driver.
It's a hell of a Death Valley driver. And you talk about if he went for the cover, he might actually win. But he's going to put the cherry on top. Looking for the worm. I don't think he even realizes the referee is down.
Brilan Johnson, victorious in our opening contest.
Wait a minute!
Spine to the pine! Taking out Old School Cool, but is he helping Aaron Cademia win? Is he jumping from one team to the other?
Who knows? Where's the... Oh, no. Oh, yeah. What is this? Oh, it's still a 2 count!
At 2.99, Cory Michael still kicks out.
I think he saw Brilan in there, you know? I mean, he's still in there. Why is that referee get a chair? Why is there a hobo with a shotgun? What is going on here?
TJ Richter. But
oh,
Jesus!
Kick! Axe kick from Old School Cool. Official for the match, still down. Ducks the clothesline, gets, oh, wait a second, cross body.
There's still no ref.
No cover.
Both of them are down. Aaron had it. Shockingly, he had it with a cross body. What is he going for here? He's got the gotch hook in. Back body drop by Old School Cool.
You know, Old School Cool had this in the bag. It was Brilan. Another kick, looking for that axe. That was more of a straight up and down guillotine of a kick. Both referees are still down. Cover. 2. That's it. your New England champion. And trust me, the odds were stacked against him in the ring, just not outside of it. Still your NCW New England champion, old school cool, Cory Michael. Your main event after this.
This is my NCW! Our NCW!
NCW's 28th year. But it's not going to have you as a referee anymore. TJ, you're fired. You are not a referee in NCW anymore. I want you out of this building. I want you out of NCW. I want you out of here. No! Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? You can't do this! Shut up! I'll call the police next. I'll call the police. I know you can't afford bail. Good for you! Good for you! Good for you! Right now. You're in dangerous place right now! You! All of you! All of you! I don't want to be here anyway! Yeah! loves me! How dare you!
NCW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challengers. Representing City Monaco, he's the Dark City Enforcer. This is Jason Devine. And now challenger number 2.
I clearly saw that.
And now, the champion.
Starting before the music even cuts off, Steven lost defending the NCW Heavyweight Championship against 2 members of the Dirt City Murder Crew, Ricky Medeiros and Jason Devine. And you got to imagine, this is going to be a 2-on-1 assault, just like it was back in November before WrestleFest.
In this building, right outside.
And Steven Lust, and I would say rightfully so, blamed Kevin Castro, blamed Johnny Pierce, but it was really the 2 devious members of the Dirt City Murder Crew trying to stack the deck for their leader, Mike Montero, who is unfortunately on a semi-retirement.
But I don't know if either one of them cares who walks out, as long as the title goes with the Dirt City Murder Crew. And as you just stated, excuse me, I would say that either one of these men would win this belt and hand it to Mike Montero, but that is not an option, Simon Eddy.
So one way or the other, we could be looking at the NCW Championship going back to Fall River, but not if Lust has anything to say about it. Jason Devine might have just been taken out of the equation. Ricky Medeiros on a live dive out to the floor.
And lands on his feet. He has transformed over a course of a year and a half, 2 years. He is ripped, shredded, and jacked. But to the credit of Steven Lust, he has dropped a lot of weight, put on a lot of muscle, and he is no slouch because he is your NCW Heavyweight Champion.
Both Ricky Medeiros and Jason Devine just returning from a road trip to a deathmatch tournament in Illinois, and they come back with a more violent edge, a more violent chip upon their shoulder.
And you saw a little bit of that trickle in because Jason Devine grabbed the chair. It didn't pan out for him, but he still grabbed it.
Yeah, but I'll say this, he is battle-tested. That chair would have knocked out any normal man, Jason Devine, back in the ring like it never happened. Oh, we've seen this before. Tandem offense. Medeiros off the back, flying senton.
We saw this type of situation for another champion earlier tonight.
Ricky, I don't know if you noticed that, but Ricky didn't have the best form on that maneuver, holding his right hip. I talked to him earlier in the day, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he might be dealing with some kind of an issue with his hip. Jason Devine sends Stephen Lust up and over the buckles.
There was a little bit of miscommunication between these two. I don't know the last time I saw them team together, Simon.
Especially here.
As much as they have teamed together, I don't know if they have shaken off the rust, because Devine teamed with Jamie Tucker for a while. Medeiros on his singles run.
And I saw Ricky team with Mike Montero outside of here. But we haven't seen the Detox tandem together in quite some time. Stephen Lust off the ropes. Drop kick, and you know what? I'm calling it. Ricky's dealing with something nagging here for sure.
I was going to say that he, regardless of what happened earlier, he nailed a beautiful drop kick, but I think he came down on that bad hip, Simon.
You know what? You also got, what I saw was a beautiful drop kick, but it was not as high angled as it usually is.
So what you're saying is that explosiveness out of the jump was not there.
Well, he got most, if not all of it, but he usually gets it in a different spot. Stephen Lust firing from underneath, trying to create some space. Oh my God!
The flexibility's still there, though.
Dude, the rigor has set in on Stephen Lust. He got hit so hard. Cover, 2. You know what? I think you might be right. I don't think they care who walks out of here with the heavyweight championship.
It's an old saying of what's good for the goose is good for the gander here.
We're back to give our attention, ladies and gentlemen. You hate us because you hate us.
Jason Devine couldn't have said it better myself. Telling the crowd they are a team. The DCMC comes in together and they leave together.
Ricky Medeiros making it very clear, you hate us because you ain't us. Medeiros, oh God! There it is, the first miscommunication. Ricky Medeiros clotheslines Jason Devine out of his boots, covered by Stephen Lust, 2. Kick out at 2. Jason Devine registering the fact that his friend just hit him by saying, my friend just hit me.
Oh, my belly!
Jason Devine,
there's a lot of
getting a tummy ache off the shoulder tackle.
Jason Devine is full of cornbread and maybe some tripe.
Big Euro from Stephen Lust.
What do you call a European uppercut from roll? It's a Mill City uppercut is what that was.
Steel work uppercut, Steel City uppercut, I don't know.
Stephen Lust helping to introduce that metal pipe up the ass.
Double axe handles. Uh-oh.
Jason Devine was pleading for Ricky to save him, but instead we get a power. Wait a second. A powerbomb super. I called it, Conway. Big Johnny Pierce.
Sticking his nose where he believes it belongs.
Oh, Medeiros is not screwing around. Going to fire live rounds at Johnny Pierce. Oh, God.
As someone who is dumb enough to square up with Johnny Pierce, I don't know why you would go after him.
Well, now there's 2 people beating up Johnny Pierce. This little plan to come back out here is not working.
Castro flashing the crowd. I don't know what they're... Oh, he's blocking the crowd. My apologies.
Ricky Medeiros, clothesline. Jason Devine, back elbow. Stephen Lust on fire with the weave through. Yapata in the mouth.
Come on, you friggin' John B! Let's go!
At least he apologized as he ate the boot. And then the senton by Stephen Lust.
Up on the shoulder! Whoa. Oh, God. Cover 2. Where's Johnny? Well, we got Kevin Castro out here lurking around. Johnny Pierce again on the ground. And a running sick kick from Devine. Cover. Now, this is a triple threat match. What the hell?
They don't care. They just want to be very clear. Big chokeslam.
Referee can't do nothing about it. No DQs. Ball shot.
Low blows.
Now I know what Johnny Pierce is doing. He's doing that. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Repeat performance from Wrestle.
Speaking of.
Oh! See, here's the thing. That was a brilliant strategy. If he pins his own partner, he becomes a champion. That was brilliant. Steven lost last second, but that was a brilliant idea.
Absolute last second. I don't know if the ref was just making sure he got there in time, but he was a little bit quick on that one. Steven lost. Has all
Johnny Pierce,
but now he's made eye contact with Johnny Pierce, and I think there's a enemy of my enemy is my friend right now.
Yeah, I think we have just established a deadly alliance. Johnny Pierce, Steven Lust against the Dirt City Murder Crew, and we have a slugfest on our hands.
I know wrestling is unpredictable. I know wrestling is so unpredictable, but I never thought in my lifetime I would see Steven Lust and Johnny Pierce.
Johnny Pierce.
Double goozle.
Wait, Jason Devine breaks away. Ricky Medeiros up on the corner. What is Johnny Pierce thinking? Oh, wait a minute, Steven Lust hooks him. Abba Zabba, and that's it. Oh, that was quick. We are seeing what we saw at the beginning of the night. It was a locker room clearing brawl, but it's just these two men out here now.
But did you notice how fast the DCMC got out of there?
They're like, hey, we lost. Bummer. We'll try again some other time. Let these two idiots fight each other. I'm sure that was the mentality. Steven Lust, Big Johnny Pierce, posted face first. Newsboy Kevin Castro has no idea what to do about it. All right, we need some order out here.
We've only got one ref and he's walking to the back.
That's right, we fired our only other referee. What the hell is going?
Oh, he's come back.
Referee is he's coming back, but he's coming back slow. He is smart to stay away from this.
I mean, wouldn't you just let these two kill each other? This is the only way it's going to end, Simon 81. One of them stops breathing.
You know, the locker room came out here to help clear this up before, but I think they were like, screw it, let them fight.
Or left.
Super kick to the midsection.
Big knee.
You want to talk about an equalizer. What is Steven Lust thinking? Steven Lust looking for that high knee. Again, he gets goozled. Johnny Pierce, handful of Steven Lust. No. Slips it. Big forearm to the back of the neck. Where the hell are they going? Johnny Pierce averts disaster at the bar. And Steven Lust, a face full of the worst rag swipings. Oh, they're coming back over here. Everybody be careful.
This is craziness. This is all that's happening. But Steven Lust has got his hand on the title.
He's got his belt, and I think he's getting out of here. That might be the smartest thing he's done all night. Johnny Pierce left all alone in the ring.
But can you say he is the last man standing?
Honestly, I have no idea. All I know is this. What a hell of a way to start the 2025 season. I think that's going to be it for us here tonight. For my broadcast partner, Derek Conway. This is Derek Simonetti saying, we'll see you in Bristol.
Right here! This is who should be the champion! Right there is who should be holding that belt! That belt is ours!
Oh, wait a minute, we are not done here! Oh, a kick in the schnavitz! What is he doing? Stephen Luss with the belt! Just blasted Johnny Pierce between the eyes! Never let him know your next move, champ! Never let him know your next move!
You wanna come into a real man's world? You gotta bring the boy into a man's game! Oh! Yeah! Oh! Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, and still, your reigning and defending NCW Heavyweight Champion,
Me! An icon! A trailblazer! A history maker! Me! You know, it's funny. It's funny how entitled people can be around here in NCW. Hell, in New England as a whole. Johnny Pierce, you ain't entitled to jack. Understand that. You had your shot at this NCW Heavyweight Championship, and you failed. As far as I'm concerned, you go to the back of the line with the rest of the friggin' chuds. And now, as for business, I'm a fighting champion. As I said, Mr. 365, 24/7, no days off. That is what the right stuff Stephen Luss brings to the NCW Heavyweight Championship. Hell, that's what I bring to New England Wrestling. The right stuff, Daddy. Oh, yeah!
What did we tell you? I mean, what did we tell you?
What happens?
We've been saying it
What happened?
since day one. Tell him. Since day one when we walked in, we were gonna hold these over our shoulders at some point. We got past stock, and now we just ran through the tag champs like there was nothing to it, baby. Nothing to it.
The future's looking shiny and bright. Tell him, Jay. Tell him, Jay.
Hey, guys. I think I can honestly say for the first time that the future is now. And on April 4th, we're putting that whole locker room on notice. Anyone who wants to come out and challenge us for these belts, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Shock me, boys.
Shock me.
Ah, yeah, baby. It's old school cool. Sickest pro with the flow, sickest flow in the show. And yo, so happy that I can be back here at the new season of NCW. And you know what I just heard? Peep this. NCW management says they're gonna hold an old school throwback challenge. Might be a gauntlet, might be a rumble. You know what old school cool says? He don't care. You know why? I only gotta worry about the dude that comes out at the end. Cause old school cool, being the generous dude that I am, I'm gonna give them a chance at the New England title. At that point, it's gonna be a wrap, son. Best dancer, best rapper, best wrestler. Old school cool gonna get it done. Peace.
You ever just feel a weight just lift off your shoulders? Something you've been waiting so long to get off your chest? Well, after tonight, I sure do. Robbie, I have been sick of carrying your leaded ass around for the last God knows how long. When Hard Work Heroes took those titles from me, it was some of the best time of my life because I didn't have to acknowledge being partners with a little miserable creep like you. I am not some kind of sideshow attraction to be paraded out. I am one of the best wrestlers NCW has ever seen. I have done it all. Every award, every championship, every match. I have conquered everything. So now, you'll see what I have left to do. Starting with you, Roberto. See you in Bristol.
You know, Bring Me the Horizon says it best. True friends stab you in the front. But I don't even know if I can call you a friend. You kicked me in the face. You tombstoned me. You put me through a poster that you gave me. It was a gift. Who does that? I don't even know who you are anymore. I don't even know what I want to do anymore. No, like after tonight, after this, what else do I have to do anymore? We gotta cut this. I don't even want any, no. Like, I can't even do this anymore.
Whoa. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't let Kellen take away everything you worked for. I know what it's like to lose a brother, man. You gotta pick yourself up.
You're right. I'm gonna pick myself up. And on April 4th, in my hometown, I'm gonna go to that ring and I'm gonna call Kellen out. And we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna get in that ring and I'm gonna call him out. And we're gonna...
Do you think you're gonna be cleared by then? Come on, I saw you a little bit earlier, man. You're banged up.
Yeah, Barnaby, my neck hurts, my back hurts, my heart's broken. But I need answers, okay? I know you know what it's like to lose a partner and lose a friend, but I need answers. And I know one answer to a question I have, and that's about RIOT Giant Connection. It's no more. My heart's broken, but so is this one.